What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to TTP Ravens Media, bringing Ravens content every single day. Fun to the Ravens content. Make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell as well if you want to get notified every single time I upload a brand new video. Now, in today's video, I've actually got some really good news because after some fortunate outcomes in the later games, the Baltimore Ravens are still sitting in playoff contention, and they are actually the 7th seed in the AFC, meaning if the playoffs started today, right now, at this moment, before the Miami Dolphins game has been played, the Ravens would make the playoffs. And if the New Orleans Saints beat the Miami Dolphins tonight on Monday Night Football, the Ravens would continue to stay in that 7 seed. And that is huge because that means that the Ravens do not need to win the division in order to make the playoffs. It appeared that way a couple weeks ago or last week. Going into this week, it was like, you know what? If the Ravens are going to make the playoffs, it's going to have to be by winning the North. And that's why it was such a crucial game against the Bengals. And it sucked that, Tyler Huntley was out, Lamar was out, and everybody was out. But even with the loss, because the Ravens beat the Chargers, they have the tiebreaker over the Chargers. And the Chargers have the tiebreaker over the Raiders. The Ravens get to sit at the 7 spot until the Miami Dolphins game is finalized. So, what does that mean? The Ravens need to root for the Saints. All Ravens fans need to be rooting for the Saints tonight because if the Saints win, then the Ravens control their own destiny. If they win out, they will make the playoffs unless there's a situation in which the Raiders win out, and if the Raiders win out, then they would actually be beating the Chargers. But if the Raiders lose a game, then the Ravens would be able to have it. But that's all the Ravens need to focus on is winning out, and they should make the playoffs. Because also, even if the Dolphins do defeat the Saints, they still have a very difficult schedule the next couple of weeks to finish out the season. They have to go against the Tennessee Titans next week at Tennessee, and then they have to play against the Patriots. And this isn't going to be a typical Patriots game, I don't think, because the Patriots, I don't think, will have the division locked up. Right now, the Bills and Patriots are both tied at 9-6. The Bills are actually winning the AFC East right now. So if the Patriots have a chance to win the division, they're gonna try and beat the Dolphins. And Bill Belichick, like, always beats the Dolphins, except for that year of the what was it called? The Miami Miracle. I can't remember exactly what that play was called, but a bunch of laterals. Rob Gronkowski tried to get a tackle, didn't get it. But overall, the Patriots will be playing to win. The Titans will absolutely be playing to win next week because they only have they basically have a 1.5 game lead over the Colts because they own this series tiebreaker. But Titans need to make sure that they win to make sure that they can win that division and hopefully get Derrick Henry back for the playoffs. They just got AJ Brown back. They just got Julio Jones back. They just got a big win against the San Francisco 49ers. So the Baltimore Ravens need the Saints to win because it will help them drastically. And also, if you look at the Raiders' schedule, they play the Colts next week and then the Chargers. So it would be very difficult for them to win both of those games. So even though everything looks so bad right now for the Baltimore Ravens, they've lost 4 straight games. Anthony Averett has a rib injury. Obviously, Lamar Jackson is still, questionable. Don't know really what's going on with him. Hopefully, Tyler Huntley is able to come back. Sometimes, though, it can take 10 days to get everything out of the system. So he is still a question mark for if he's going to be able to play this weekend against the Rams, which that game was actually flexed. If you didn't know, that's going to be at 1 p.m. Eastern time, no longer at 4:05 or 4:25, what it was at. But I think overall, I think the biggest thing is that, like, this Ravens team still has a chance. And I think a lot of people after the Ravens lost to the Bengals felt like the season was lost. Like it wasn't salvageable because they would just need too many things. The Bengals would have to lose out. The Ravens would have to win out. And it was just too much to count on. But now the Ravens just need to win out and they should make the playoffs because the Raiders would just have to lose one game, either to the Chargers or the Colts, 2 tough games. And then the Dolphins, would just need to lose one game. And they're playing the Saints, who have a great defense. Go Saints. They're playing the Titans, who are on a hot streak. And they're playing the Patriots, divisional rival. So I think the Ravens season is not lost. They can still control their own destiny. They just need the Saints to win. That's the biggest thing. So thank you, everybody, for watching. Subscribe for daily Ravens content. And I'll see all of you again tomorrow. And hopefully there's some updates on different Ravens injuries. And hopefully the Saints have won and the Ravens are still at 7th place in the AFC. But I'll see all of you again then.